Step 1. Avoid emotive language. Emotive language refers to words and phrases that evoke strong emotional responses from the reader. These can include positive emotions like excitement and enthusiasm, or negative emotions like anger and sadness. In academic writing, the primary goal is to present information and arguments in a clear, objective, and unbiased manner. So, in general, you should avoid using emotive language. Do the following instead. Use neutral language. Choose words that are neutral and objective. Instead of saying shocking results, say unexpected results. Provide evidence. Let the evidence speak for itself. Instead of saying, "This is an amazing discovery," provide the data, and let readers draw their own conclusions. Be specific. Avoid generalizations and be as specific as possible. Instead of saying, "Many people were very upset," say, "The study showed a 20% increase in dissatisfaction among participants." Focus on facts. Stick to the facts and avoid injecting personal opinions or feelings. Instead of saying, "Unfortunately, the policy failed," say, "The policy did not achieve its intended outcomes." Formal tone. Maintain a formal tone throughout your writing. Avoid colloquial language and phrases that are overly casual. When is emotive language acceptable? While generally to be avoided, there are some contexts in academic writing where emotive language might be more acceptable. Reflective writing, in personal reflections, or narrative sections, some degree of emotive language might be appropriate. Qualitative research, in reporting qualitative data, especially interview responses, emotive language may be used to convey participants' feelings and experiences. Persuasive writing, in specific disciplines like rhetoric or literature, where the goal is to analyze or use persuasive techniques, emotive language may be discussed or analyzed. Step 2. Signposting. Signposting in academic writing refers to the use of phrases and words to guide the reader through the content of the paper. These signposts help to clarify the structure of the argument, indicate what has been covered, and preview what is to come. Effective signposting improves the readability and flow of the text, making it easier for readers to follow your line of reasoning. Key functions of signposting. Indicating structure. Signposts show the organization of the paper, outlining the main sections and how they are connected. Guiding the reader. They help the reader understand where they are in the argument and what to expect next. Emphasizing points. Signposts highlight important points or transitions, making sure the reader pays attention to key arguments or evidence. Types of signposts. 1. Introduction signposts. Purpose and scope, explaining what the paper will cover. Example: this paper examines the effects of climate change on coastal communities. Outline of structure, providing an overview of the sections. Example: the paper is divided into 3 sections. First, it explores the historical context. Second, it analyzes current trends. Finally, it discusses future implications. 2. Transition signposts. Moving between sections, indicating a shift from one topic or section to another. Example: having discussed the historical background, we now turn to the current situation. Linking ideas, connecting different points within a section. Example: in addition to economic impacts, social consequences must also be considered. 3. Emphasis signposts. Highlighting important information, drawing attention to key arguments or evidence. Example: it is crucial to note that. Summarizing key points, recapping main ideas to reinforce them. Example: to summarize, the main factors influencing this trend are. 4. Conclusion signposts. Summarizing content, recapping what has been discussed. Example, in conclusion, this paper has shown that. Indicating implications, suggesting the broader significance or future directions. Example, the findings suggest that more research is needed in this area. Step 3. Hedging. Hedging is a linguistic strategy used in writing and speaking to make statements less absolute and more tentative. It involves the use of words or phrases that soften the impact of the statement, indicating uncertainty, caution, or politeness. In academic writing, hedging is often used to avoid overgeneralization. By using hedging, you can avoid making broad or sweeping statements that might not be entirely accurate. Show caution. It helps in showing that the writer is cautious and considerate of different perspectives, which is important in academic discourse. Express probability rather than certainty. Academic findings are often presented as probable rather than definitive, reflecting the tentative nature of research. Politeness. Hedging can make statements less direct or assertive, which can be perceived as more polite or respectful. Examples of hedging in academic writing. Modal verbs, words like might, could, may, and would. Example, this study may indicate a correlation between X and Y. Qualifying adverbs, words like possibly, probably, likely, and apparently. Example, the results are likely to be influenced by various factors. Tentative language, phrases like it seems that, it appears that, it is possible that, and there is a chance that. Example, it appears that the treatment had a positive effect on the patients. Adjectives, words like some, several, many, and few to avoid definitive quantification. Example, several participants reported improvements. Hedging in practice. Consider the following statements. Without hedging, this method is the best way to solve the problem. With hedging, this method may be the best way to solve the problem. The second statement is hedged and indicates a level of caution and openness to other possibilities. In summary, hedging is a vital part of academic writing that helps to present ideas and findings in a balanced and measured way, reflecting the complexities and uncertainties of research. Step 4. Paragraphs. Make sure each paragraph focuses on one topic. Your paragraphs shouldn't be too long. This way, you'll make it easier for your reader to follow your ideas. Make sure you have the topic sentence. This could be your statement, your assertion, your claim. Check that you present sufficient evidence to prove your point. Don't forget to cite and reference your sources. Use reporting verbs when citing. Also make sure there is a critical element in your writing. If missing, add analysis and critical evaluation of your evidence. Make sure what you write is relevant to your research or essay question. Step 5. Sentences. Your sentences should be formal, written without contractions. Use full forms instead. The sentences should not be too long, as this can confuse the reader. Sometimes shorter, to-the-point sentences are better than overly complicated long ones. Make sure your vocabulary is precise. Be careful with synonyms. Check their meaning and use, as sometimes they are not quite the same as the original word. Use a good dictionary for this. Watch this video next to find out more details on what to include and what to avoid to enhance the academic quality of your writing even more.